I'm being blunt. I'm going to move on with my life. My channel is no more going to be Flat Earth at all. Nothing whatsoever.
My channel is no more gonna be Flat Earth at all. Nothing whatsoever. My channel is no more gonna be Flat Earth at all. Definitely not next week. My channel is no more gonna be Flat Earth at all. I have never told a lie. My channel is no more gonna be Flat Earth at all. You can believe me, cause I always tell the truth. Only toxic, stupid globers lie, that's the proof. They don't understand the method, no, they stall. Me and PJ cranking content, we answer the call. Nice blessings to you. My channel is no more gonna be Flat Earth at all. Nothing whatsoever. My channel is no more gonna be Flat Earth at all. Okay, maybe just a little bit. My channel is no more gonna be Flat Earth at all. My channel is no more gonna be Flat Earth at all. Nothing whatsoever. My channel is no more gonna be Flat Earth at all. Many blessings, God hates the game. My channel is no more gonna be Flat Earth at all. Me and PJ cranking content for the Lord. My channel is no more gonna be Flat Earth at all. My channel is no more gonna be Flat Earth at all.
We're living on a disk, floating through space, with a tiny sun.
Hey, I'm FTFE, welcome back to the channel. What does the stupidity, what the flu recently did to my immune system. Yeah, sorry I haven't been around. Lurgy, major time. So thanks to my son for bringing that home from college and giving it to me. I guess sharing is all fun in the family, right? You dick. Kids, brilliant, yeah. Hey, how you all doing out there in the world? I hope you are well. We are going to have another look at Fkatzoid because, you know, he quit Flat Earth. His channel is no more going to be Flat Earth, nothing whatsoever. Apart from, you know, the weekly Flat Earth show, which is Flat Earth Friday, which he did on a Thursday, and also the other show that he's been doing, covering the debate by Roger Ledwell, which was about Flat Earth. So, you know, don't worry, there's no Flat Earth on Fkatzoid's channel. It's God's channel. But there's just a bunch of Flat Earth that we need to cover. So, hey, how you all doing out there? Nazumi, yes, sharing is caring. Love to see you, Rachbot and Rubix and Canadian Space Advocate Otto, Concord, Richard Bain, Darkfang, Fits of Rage, Jeff C, Don Older, lovely, lovely. Rubik says, and they've been a member for 30 months, I've been slacking on my short making duties. You should have never allowed me to have a few days off for freedom. Also, 30 months, where's the time gone? Yeah, I did decide to let Rubik's out of the basement for, you know, fresh air and stuff. And, well, they escaped. But don't worry, we sent the hounds after them. There was a whole SWAT thing, and they're now back in the basement. And they're aware they've now, you know, this close to no water privileges for the next week. Stop banging. I heard you. If you want to cover, there's a damp cloth in the corner. If you need a blanket or something, just... No. Shorts. Get to work. Yep, sorry. No. You've... if the bucket's full, that's your problem. Sorry, guys. So yeah, we're gonna cover Fkatzoid. Yeah, just so you know, Rubik's has been making the shorts for the channel, doing incredibly well. They are definitely not held hostage against their will. Definitely. Shh. Look, if you stop shouting, I'll give you the bones from my chicken wings tomorrow, okay? Take it or leave it. For fuck's sake. Bruce Wayne says, is Fkatzoid doing Flat Earth again? Should we have a look?
Right now, 2 billion of us live.
And I do need to quickly... I shouldn't have to say this. However, you know, some people don't really understand. But I may not have agreed with anything that Charlie Kirk said. However, anybody celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk on my channel, in my Discord, or anywhere will be banned permanently, regardless of the support you have given me. I understand that he was a controversial figure, but celebrating the death of a father and husband is not something that will be tolerated on my channel. We can laugh at Nathan Oakley being ill. That's fine. So yeah, Fkatzoid, this is his channel, and has he been doing Flat Earth? Well, let's have a look, shall we? So let's just have a look at this here first, obviously.
It is now only going more going. I'm being blunt. I'm going to move on with my life. My channel is no more going to be Flat Earth at all. Nothing whatsoever.
So that was 6th of August, so, you know, just over a month ago. So since then, what have we got? Right, he ignores it for a little bit. Well, except in that video, he also talks about Flat Earth. We're debating it literally in there. And then 2 weeks later, it took 2 weeks for him to forget the things that he said, because he covers the final experiments, final debate. And then here in this video, he covers Flat Earth in debates. And then in this video here, he covers Flat Earth. And then he has a Flat Earth Friday. And then he has a Flat Earth Friday on a Thursday. But before that, he has a review of Roger Ledwell's debate about Flat Earth. So he's not doing Flat Earth anymore, except he's now done about 6 Flat Earth. Okay, of course, he can't get away from it. Just look at the thumbnail. Rubik says for $2 that they have NASA swag for any Nashville meetups. Right, yeah. Before we get into covering this, I will be in Nashville, Tennessee, November 16th and 17th. If you would like to come and meet me, I will also be in Chicago and Cleveland for some other dates just beforehand. If you would like to come and meet FTFE or throw an egg at my face, either are acceptable, then tickets to DebateCon are available now, or just message Rubik's for any details about when to possibly meet up. Rubik's has basically now become my secretary. Yeah, you're my secretary. You do as you fucking talk. You know, I'm just locking the door. Sorry, guys. If I can't hear her, they're not going to be bothering me. Make sure the door is properly shut. FTFE, Dave McKeegan says, can I throw an FTFE and an egg instead? You can try. Icy Spin says, they probably need some sunlight. They've been held hostage in Scotland for a while. They're from Cleveland. Sunlight's not really, you know, it's fine. Jeff C says, should I tell Craig that I have $20 Canadian to Rubik's to throw eggs for me? If you want. Right, so we're going to have a look at Fkatzoid, because he can't not do Flat Earth. The first thing I would like to do is... I went on to Roger Ledwell's debate during my... during my previous record-breaking stream as long as you make me stream. And then when Roger was doing a Flat Earth debate, so I went on and presented some evidence, which Roger went, cool. And Fkatzoid's covered that. So let's cover Fkatzoid covering my evidence that Roger Ledwell ignored in a debate where he didn't debate with it. Dave McKeegan points out that Fkatzoid no longer does Flat Earth apart from on days that end with a Y.
You're the ones that think in the water down below. There's more down.
Right.
Above the waves. We're above the waves. We're above the waves.
Waiting, Roger.
That's you, but I gave. No, I would have loved to.
I might cover this whole thing at some point, but covering Fkatzoid covering something else can be painful.
FTFE.
Yeah, he's in here.
Oh.
Let's get to
A
it.
new one. I'm gonna go into it.
Yeah.
There's anybody?
Okay, right, here we go. So, guys, we are going to first cover Fkatzoid, covering me on Roger Ledwell's final debate, where he didn't debate, just went, I presented evidence to do with radar, showing that there is clearly a curvature of the Earth, otherwise, you know, why does radar fucking stop? JSS Tiger $5 says, I still want Witsit to be at DebateCon. I love seeing his smugness get destroyed. Unfortunately, he's not going to be. For whatever reason, he's not allowed.
Hey, join link in there. Should I pin it?
Oh.
Let's get to
A
it.
new one.
Who's this? Oh, debatable D as well. Oh, there's FTFE.
Yeah, he's in here. Craig's joke. Hey, Craig, how's it going? Can't hear you, Craig.
Yay! Flerf Matech.
Craig.
Yeah, you're muted.
Comes in singing muted.
I wasn't singing. I was talking. Why do you think I was singing?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep,
Yeah,
we
we
got
can hear
you
you.
now.
I just want to say thank you to all you being here, supporting me on the channel. It always means the world. One of the best ways that you can really help support the channel is by sharing the channel, right? I'm doing a call to action to help pump the channel, get new subscribers. And I want all of your help. All of you amazing people that help me with the channel by watching and just being here, you can do something extra, right? Yes, you can super chat. Yes, you can become a member. You can financially support me, which means the world. But at the moment, if you really want to help the channel, the way that you can do that is by sharing the channel on your social media, or sending it to one of your friends on TikTok, or you know, on WhatsApp, or just writing my URL on a brick and throwing that brick through your neighbor's window. You know, any way that you can share and help the channel gain new subscribers will be amazing. And here's my promise to you guys. Every one of you that helps me get a new subscriber, right, I'll send you a special cookie, you know, a special cookie.
There we go. Sorry, hey, I've got a bunch of microphones that I need to select. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Yeah, a little bit annoyed that you lied about me just now, to be honest. But, you know, well,
Please
you
tell me.
said I've been screaming compression for years, and that's not something I've ever done. And I wasn't sure why you would lie.
I'm sure Craig has actually debated on compression many times.
No, I've never debated on compression. Now, when they're saying compression, they are trying to say that, oh, refraction, it's not refraction, it's the atmosphere compressing stuff. The times that I have mentioned compression is the few times that I have said, well, if you take an image and then you compress it left to right, like in Photoshop or something, you know, that will allow you to exaggerate any curve that is there. I've never debated on compression. It was just Roger Ledwell lying. Hasking, who has been a member for 42 months, says, oh my god, nearly 4 months. Fucking get you, thank you very much. And Cal's been a member for 27 months, says, yay, 2 years and 3 months. Why are you celebrating? That's not 3 years. Come back in 9 months, dude. No, thank you, I appreciate it. Dreaded Arkin 499 says, hey Craig, here's your shill money. Maybe Fkatzoid missed 11 frames about him not doing Flat Earth content. Yeah, that was the thing. He must have removed his own 11 frames, right? Nazumi says, fine, I shared your video on Blue Sky. Do people still use that? I mean, you could share it on Threads for the 5 people on there, I guess. Do you guys remember Threads? Hey, let's release a half version of Twitter with none of the actual functionality and none of the edginess. Yeah, that's good job, Mark.
As far as I remember, so
I remember like 2 or 3 debates where he brought it up, especially east, like the what do you call it, north to south observations on a shore. Remember they built that apparatus and stuck it up on top of a hill, and they're trying to show how it bends left or right. They use compression. They're saying when you compress it, you can see the curvature in the horizon. Yeah,
that's not compression that you were talking about, dum-dum. I have never screamed compression. Certainly not constantly for 3 years, and I've never debated on compression. I have used the point that you can take an image and compress it left to right as evidence, one evidence that I present. Dave McKeegan says, I spammed this stream all over MySpace. You're welcome. But you could at least do fucking Bebo, right?
That was one that I thought of right away about Craig and McToon. Both, they brought that up.
Oh, wait, hold on. Is Roger Ledwell in this review of his own debate? Is that what is... Oh, right. I don't know if you can see. I want you to read the... Fkatzoid has his chat up on the right there. They're obviously very, very nice to me. Lar translation says, Craig is a little bridge troll with black holes for pupils and he eats baby feet for brunch. Oh, brilliant. Do you think they like me? Nizumi, thank you, spamming the link to GeoCities. Oh, I know, Dave, he does.
They don't bring it up here. They have brought it up, though.
Yeah. Sorry, just trying to give my son some water. Okay.
Good, Daddy.
You like that about me?
I'm not lying.
I mean, that's very good. Let's compare Fkatzoid and Oakley there. Fkatzoid, during stream, goes to gets his son some water. Oakley, on stream, beats his child.
About you, but I mean, I've heard you say compression in several photographs, like your east to west compression, where you had the bendy lines from east to west. And
when you add from east to west, left to right is not east to west, Roger. Good fucking lord.
Photograph. You know which one I'm talking about.
I've never said compression in regards to east to west. It's certainly not in regards to anything like the picture you just brought up, Roger. And I just want to say I would appreciate it if you didn't lie about me. That's all. I don't mind.
Okay. I'm not lying about you. I've heard you say compression.
So, I was a little bit upset at the horrible, dreadful language in your intro. That's terrible.
Oh, damn, man.
Swearing.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Wow, I thought he's coming to debate. Instead, he's just coming to moan. Doesn't he sound like some woke?
R/whoosh. Right before his stream started, in the chat of Roger's debate, I posted "Let's fucking go," or I didn't even say "fucking." I put "Let's effing go," getting ready for the debate, and he said, "If you swear again, I'll ban you." And then in Roger's intro, there was a bunch of swearing, so it was a joke. But Fkatzoid. Jokes, they require a little bit of intelligence to understand, so, whoosh.
Sounds like a fan.
Lauren.
Oh,
Doesn't he sound like some woke
I'd like you to listen to Sov in the background there.
He sounds like a fag.
foreign? Instead, he's just coming to moan. Doesn't he sound like some woke
He sounds like a fag.
foreign?
He sounds like a... I'm not going to repeat it. But that's what Sov's... Again, I was mocking Roger. You guys you've been watching this debate. Right? You've been... You know... Oh, fuck's sake. Yeah, I know, Rapey. I don't know why he wants to be a cigarette. I'm not sure. Hey, Bruce Davis, welcome.
Doesn't he sound like some woke foreign that's just moaning the whole time?
Oh, you guys, you hurt my feelings, my fifis. You said something. What a Nancy.
He came into the chat saying, "Start the effing debate." That's what he said. That's why I brought that up.
No, I didn't say start the effing debate. I went, let's effing go! Like, you know, Deadpool said to Wolverine.
Such a Nancy. Listen, that guy, that one guy that...
Hey, Mr. E, man.
Roger, that guy, he's been emailing the shit out of me, trying to get me to debate Red's rhetoric and debate Craig and all this other and everything. And I said, sure. I said,
Roger, that has not asked Sov to debate me. Roger, that is messaging him about Red's rhetoric. The person that has been talking to Sov about debating me is Rubik's.
no, I have a link. I just sent him an email. I said, I have a link pinned in my thing. I said, I don't like your combative attitude and I don't like your aggressive tone. So for me to go on somebody else's...
There we go. Roger that in the chat. I never mentioned FTFE at all to Sov. Of course you didn't, mate. He's a fucking liar.
platform so that they can make money. All right. If you really want this, then you can send me $250 for my debate fee. Okay.
Debate fee, fucking hilarious. I'm just gonna, ambush him on one of the Fkatzoid's Flat Earth Fridays, or I'm just gonna jump on his show and also stream it. So fuck you, Sov. He thinks he's worth 250 quid. I think I also need to increase the speed because these people talk so slowly. All right. Apparently, Fkatzoid only streams in 720.
Here's my PayPal. Here's my PayPal. I gave it to him. Here's your PayPal. You send me $250. Otherwise, you can just come over to my place. Okay. But for the low price of $250, if you're that desperate, that eager to debate me, that you would try to request it by acting like an ass, well, I'm definitely not going to waive my debate fee for that. Not at all. So
he was just complaining about me saying, "Oh, I hurt my feelings," even though I was mocking Roger. And now he's complaining about the fact that Roger that hurt his feelings by being aggressive in an email. "Oh, you got to pay me if you're going to be aggressive." Old man Sov forgets what he said 2 minutes ago.
Just to bring up Nathan Oakley one more time, he does the same thing, dude. He does exactly the same thing. You can come over to debate me on my platform anytime for free. The door's open. But if you want me to come over, it's $500. I do a charge right up front.
Ooh, I'm getting them off cheap then. I'm getting them off cheap.
Nathan Oakley never states a price. We've asked him his price because we are actually willing to pay that price to get him on a neutral platform. Right? I'd like your opinion on this, guys. Right? Nathan Oakley wants paying. Okay. Well, let's do it. If we as a community did a wee whip round, to get Nathan Oakley his fee, and let's just not see it as paying Nathan Oakley. Let's see it as actually letting his kids eat for the weekend or something, rather than Nathan Oakley getting the money, right? But there's caveats, i.e., he has to agree to the neutral platform, and he has to abide by the moderator's rules. He has to stay for the entire debate. he has to respond to questions, otherwise the payment will not be made. Or it can just be, returned. Do it set up in PayPal like that. As a community, why don't we allow Nathan Oakley's family to eat for a weekend so that we can get Nathan Oakley on a neutral platform and have me rip the absolute fuck out of him? The Grumpy Old Mechanic says, I'll still pay for Fkatzoid $500 to live stream himself reading abstracts. He knows the conditions. Dude, I'd do that. Seriously, you want to pay me $500 to read anything? SMO Bent Spoos says, have conditions. Exactly, yeah. Conditions, like you have to abide by the moderator's rules. You have to present evidence. You have to respond to questions. You have to stay for the entire debate, otherwise the payment can be returned. That's the thing, Mr. E-Man. He says that he will. Right? I think it might be worth it to just, have one final beat down of Nathan Oakley before we ignore him forever. Dave McKeegan says that have Oakley debate me on a neutral platform and have him watch him have an absolute meltdown. Nah, Dave, you're just an unfuckable troll. Why would he want to speak to you?
Anyway, I've been streaming for about 53 hours, so I'm sure that someone that's as tired as I am. Have you heard, Roger, of Radar Horizons?
Yeah, I know what you're going to now.
Radar Horizon.
You've heard of Radar Horizons, have you?
Yeah, I know.
Fkatzoid. Radar Horizons. Like he fucking knows what that is.
They actually make the equipment. They actually supposedly account for it, and that's where you get your shadowing on radar. What about it?
Okay, right. So, Flerfs say radar can see forever. No. Ask anyone in the Navy.
Stop that.
Radar stops at hard distance.
Wow, he already started with a straw man.
Where's your radar?
No, it's not a straw man. These are words that flat earthers have said.
Radar horizon when you're checking the sun with radar.
Well, oh my fucking god. Why would there be a radar horizon, which is, at the ground, when you're pointing the radar at the fucking sun? Yeah, I need to go back and say that properly so it can be put into a good shorts by Rubik.
Horizons, have you?
Yeah, I know they actually make the equipment. They actually.
Anyway, I've been streaming for about 53 hours, so I'm sure that someone that's as tired as I am. Have you heard, Roger, of Radar Horizons?
Yeah, I know what you're going to now.
Radar Horizon.
You've heard of Radar Horizons, have you?
Yeah, I know they actually make the equipment. They actually supposedly account for it, and that's where you get your shadowing on radar. What about it?
Okay, right. So, Flerfs say radar can see forever. No. Ask anyone in the Navy.
Stop that.
Radar stops at hard distance.
Wow, he already started with a straw man.
Where's your radar horizon when you're checking the sun with radar? Right? You're the ones that think that radar goes on forever, aren't you? The ones that say that.
Radar horizons, Sov, are when the ground cuts off the radar. It's a hard point because the radar is stopped by the ground. There wouldn't be a radar horizon if you are pointing the radar at the sun, like they did in 1959 when they used radar to determine the distance to the sun by bouncing it off of the sun. The denser plasma regions of the sun reflect the radar enough that they got a signal back indicating the distance to be 93 million miles. There is no radar horizon when you're pointing at the fucking sky, you dipshit. It's Rubik's $2 says 22nd of October. Keep an eye out for a podcast featuring Craig. Whoop whoop.
Right. Signals are just going out into space, and somebody on another planet's going to pick them up someday and shit. Come on.
At some point, yeah. That's ridiculous.
I don't think we've ever said that someone on another planet would pick up the radar. It's possible. I mean, of course the signal is going to disperse more and more the further and further it goes, but if they had something powerful enough and, radar travels at the speed of light, they might pick up a faint signal and go, what was that? Huh. Who knows? Interesting, though, the signal from humanity that is the furthest out into space, worryingly so, is the speech by Hitler that kind of started World War II.
I mean, that's a fun one right there.
Good Lord. Flat
Don't
Earthers
worry.
are the ones that think that. No, we're not. You guys are.
But how's that straw man though?
I don't know.
Quite
But
insane.
you're gonna learn now that
You called it a straw man, not me. For cats.
Or like,
Craig-
why are all flat earthers left-handed? You know, it's like, well, we're not. That's a straw man. What the hell are you talking about?
yeah.
Saying all flat earthers are left-handed isn't a straw man. Right, if I went, all flat earthers are left-handed, that's not a straw man, it's just a false claim. Sov thinks saying a lie or saying something not true equals straw man. That's because his brain is made of straw.
You're gonna learn now that Craig is now a radar man in the Navy too. So
And you were the cabin boy.
Of course I used radar. Everyone used fucking radar.
He was a cabin boy.
He's a
Service
potato
media.
peeler.
okay.
Guys, can we try and count the amount of homo erotic fantasies that Sov has about me during this stream? I think that's 2 already. He wants me to be a fag. Oh shit, probably shouldn't say that. But and now he's imagining me as a cabin boy sucking off Navy officers. So that's twice that Sov has shown his fantasies. No kink shaming here. Just no kink shaming.
The only service he performed was on his feet.
Radar beams go straight. If Earth were flat, you'd just keep picking stuff up until the signal got too weak. But we do not see that. Instead, small ships or low aircraft vanish behind the curve, and only
No, they don't vanish behind the curve. Radar Horizon also has what we call diffraction.
Radar horizon is not caused by diffraction. A hard cutoff is not diffraction. There is a reason you can fly under the radar.
Well, yeah, it's just light.
It's due to the reflective surface of what you're shooting at too. It has a limitation so far, and the higher the radar is, the worse it gets.
Yep.
Especially over water.
Those are words. Let's see evidence for what you've just said.
Show up when they're tall enough to poke back over it. Put a radar on a ship about 20 meters above the water, and it can only see another ship's mast, also about 30 meters tall, out to about 40 kilometers. Any lower, it's gone. Any taller, shows up further, and yes, that's exactly what radar operators see every day. On a flat Earth, the radar range would just depend on how strong the radar is, but in real life, power does not matter. A small fishing boat right in the front of you disappears over the horizon.
Power does matter as well.
Of course it does.
And he's actually
Sorry.
Taller, shows up further, and yes, that's exactly what radar operators see every day. On a flat Earth, the radar range would just depend on how strong the radar is, but in real life, power does not matter. A small fishing boat right in the front of you disappears over the horizon.
Power does matter as well.
Of course.
No, that's the point. Power doesn't matter. Power makes no difference to whether there is a radar horizon. None at all.
Of course it does.
and he's actually
Why do you think? Why do you
Yeah,
think
he's
they use different frequencies?
he's actually got this ready. This isn't off the cuff. He's got this ready because he's reading, isn't he?
Well, yes, because I prepare. I write scripts in advance to turning up to debates. I usually spend a lot of time prepping the things that I am going to say with evidence, because that's what you do in debates, you ginger ogre looking motherfucker.
Reading off something.
Yeah, he's using a Navy manual, I think, and
Is that what he's doing?
Yeah.
McKeegan says, did Roger just claim radar performance gets worse with more height? That must be why they send up AWACS for early warning. I know, right? Don't put radar on the planes up there, mate. That's not going to do any fucking use. 200 of you watching, only 50 likes. Guys, that's, you know what? I'm just going to check. Right, so I can see which ones of you have not liked. I'm just activating the Daniel Pratt brain, sludge interface chip. Okay, I'm going to start sending Daniel Pratt out to your house if you don't hit the like button. hit the like button as though it's Oakley's face. I'm going to just wait until that goes up. There we go. There's 20. Look, guys, there's still a good, 150 of you maybe that haven't pressed the like button. And it might take a while, but I'll send Daniel Pratt to every single one of your houses. Come on. Yeah, this is blackmail. Deal with it. Hit the like button. I'm not even joking around. Fine. It's your funeral.
Horizon, when a big tanker further away is still visible. That only makes sense if the surface is curving away. So radar has a horizon that moves with height.
Oh, Andy, oh no, it's Andy says, don't worry about the new subs. I've told all my friends on AOL Messenger. Brilliant, mate. That'll do it. I think that'll take me over the 100k, really. Oh man, can you imagine all the AOL Messenger people?
That's literally the Earth's curve showing up in technology that's used every single day. Flat would simply mean an infinite radar. We don't get that. We get a radar horizon. Game over, Roger. Earth's not flat.
Okay,
Well, they're laughing, guys. Did you ever think about the fact that they're laughing, therefore I'm wrong? Dreaded Archon 199 says, I smashed the like button, now I need a new screen. Oh, I did tell you to smash it like it's Nathan Oakley's face, didn't I? Well, that may have been a mistake. Oh, shit. Huh. Hello? Hello? Where am I? Hello? What's going on? Oh, I'm in a Flerfs head again, shit. Yeah, I need to speak to NASA and get that fucking implant sorted. Gee, oh shit. Hello? I don't know how to get back. It's like, it smells like cat wee. I can hear a dog. Guys, I don't know how to get out of here. It's like really big and empty. I'm sure if I press one of these buttons, hold on. Oh, it's okay. I think I'm back. We're good.
Is that it?
Wow.
Is that it?
Amazing.
Wow. Okay.
Here we go. More sexual things about me in the chat. FTFE was bent over many a barrel. The original Vicky treatment, did Craig ever get his leg amputated? Not yet. That's fast approaching and scarily so. 22nd, my next appointment.
If you would like to see,
I'm well aware of what you're talking about. That's not a big deal.
He's got 10 minutes. I got his 10 minutes started. If you want to give me,
if you want to go into more details, you can. You got 10 minutes.
He's got 9 minutes left.
I gave all the details that I needed there. I explained exactly what a radar horizon was and why it shows that the Earth is curved. As someone that was in the Navy for many years and worked with radar, I can confirm to you that the radar horizon matches the predictions of a globe of the purported sizes that we live on. If the Earth is flat, there would not be a radar horizon. So, Roger, the question to you is, why is there a radar horizon if the Earth is flat?
No, can you demonstrate?
Right, so are you all ready for the derp? Because the answers here are going to be incredibly stupid.
Can you show us right quick? My dad was a radar man.
I show you a radar horizon. I can't show you a radar horizon because I don't have a radar with me, but I can present to you some papers about electronic warfare.
I can't show you a radar horizon. But let me tell you.
Well, no, of course I can't show you a radar horizon because I don't have a radar. Do you see a radar anywhere there? Fkatzoid? No.
About a radar horizon. Wow, okay.
But I can present evidence about it.
and the radar if you would like. I've got screen sharing options. That's this one here. That's what I want.
Okay.
So there are limits to the reach of radar signals. Another one chilling in the chat. FTFE is semen stains. God, these guys really like to imagine me being gay, don't they? I mean, maybe this. I'll give them some material, guys. I know you have fantasies about me. So are you? Look, is that good? Does this help? Is that nice? Maybe that they can deal with that in their own time. The frequencies normally used for radar. Radar waves travel in a straight line.
There we go for you, Craig. There's the radar horizon.
That's not horizon. The radar is still going to be going further than that. Oh my lord. And with that, there's no way you could fly under the radar. Alright? A radar horizon literally allows you to fly underneath the radar. Okay? I guess I could draw it out. So, okay, so he was like showing, obviously you'll have radar bits going that way because it goes in every direction, going that way. Obviously going this way as well, okay? Now, the important bit is right over here on the side. I've not left much space, so bear with me. But if you look in this little area here, where the radar is going in tangent to the surface, but it's left a little bit where there's no radar, where you can fly underneath the radar. That's because the radar horizon is blocking the radar from going any further. In Fkatzoid's version, there's no way you could ever fly underneath the radar. Very simple, a bit like Fkatzoid. Jay Gill says, Craig McNeil will have an odd number of legs. Oh, I can't wait. And CJ Lamoureux will be there for support with an amputation because they've just had one. Oh no, Sandy says, Craig, remember the old comedy sketch about job interview? I've got nothing against your right leg. Trouble is neither do you. Right, yeah, so. There we go. Zoom in so you can see it better. Fly underneath the radar here. All right. Not going to do that on a flat Earth. There's no point on a flat Earth you can go underneath the radar.
See what happens? See the angle?
Yep.
Yeah, no, he is confusing the radar shadow with the radar horizon.
It's light.
So I'm going to bring this back up. I'm going to bring this up when I go on the show and explain that you can fly underneath the radar. That will never have you flying underneath the radar.
It's light. It's invisible light. That's all.
It's not black by
Radar is just invisible light. No, it's not. Radar is not light. It's electromagnetic waves. He thinks that it's like part of the visible spectrum or infrared or ultraviolet. No, not all electromagnetic waves are light.
The Earth there is reflecting off the water. It's going to stop the radar.
That's
So
right.
you would think he has never heard of the inverse square law of light before.
Probably not.
Oh no, I've definitely heard of the inverse square law of light. You guys don't understand it in the slightest. That says that you will never reduce to zero, which is funny that you will never understand that.
He'll pretend like he doesn't.
Yeah. So if we understand an angle, does that opening of the angle eventually hit something, like maybe the ocean? I don't know. Or maybe there's a wave?
How do you fly underneath the radar with that? Oh, apparently waves just cause a radar horizon now, guys.
Sometimes there's other objects, like a buoy, which gives a signal back. Odd.
They can get them from a long distance away, can't they? For some reason, it's not blocked by any Earth curvature when they do that. But the same effect, I looked into it, doesn't happen over land at all. Radar can go a lot farther over land than it can over water for some reason. I'm just wondering what that would be.
It's not a.
What did he just say?
Earth curvature when they do that.
Objects, like a buoy, which gives a signal back. Odd.
They can get them from a long distance away, can't they? For some reason, it's not blocked by any Earth curvature when they do that. But the same effect, I looked into it, doesn't happen over land at all. Radar can go a lot farther over land than it can over water for some reason.
Did Roger just say that there's no radar horizon on land and radar can go further over land than sea? No, that's just fucking bullshit.
I'm just wondering what that would be.
It's not a reflective surface.
Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah, answered the question.
So was he
reflections?
I'll be back now, yeah?
was he a radar guy? Was he a nuclear engineer? What is he kind of like how Rihanna was in the Battleship movie, where she was a gunner and radar and everything all in one shot?
Yeah, you learn to use all the equipment, right? My title, and I've explained this many times, I was an artificer, right? I was a nuclear, mechanical, electrical, mechanical, and nuclear engineering artificer, which meant that I had to specialize in certain things, but be of general knowledge of most operational equipment on board, especially as a submariner. As a submariner, you have to learn to use all of the equipment, because if somebody dies, there's no replacements. So you have to be able to go, you use that, right? Jump on. So, yeah, I learned to use all of the equipment. I learned to use radar. I learned to, aim the guns. I learned to use all of the equipment on board. They judge me by their own low standards. It's crazy. Sorry, Rach, I'm not on screen. Is that making you sad? Arnold says, look at all that messy shit behind some. Why don't these people take any time to make sure the entire internet doesn't realise they live in filth? Can you imagine how bad this place smells?
That's not how a military MOS works. They don't just say, hey, nuclear guy, come up here and be the radar guy.
Yeah, like Sov knows what they do in the military.
He's just lying. He's just lying. That's what he does. He lies. That's what they all do. They're just all deceitful liars. Every single last one of them is just a liar.
Yeah, my dad was in the Navy for 2 years. They put him on radar for 2 years. He did not go down below and work on the engines.
Right.
Yeah, maybe your dad wasn't smart enough to be an artificer. But again, as a submariner, I had to learn to use every bit of equipment. And that passed over to when I was on surface ships. Again, you're judging me by your low standards and just assuming I'm a liar because I could do things that you couldn't. That's your problem. Oh, I know Dick Wayne's in there.
You don't say, hey, while you're not busy flying that fighter jet, can you come down here and work on these bearings on the shaft? Yeah, what? That's not, I don't know how to. Oh no, but you're in the Navy. You should know everything.
Okay.
Right? Does he think that, like, say, as a nuclear engineer, I just have to spend all of my time staring at the nuclear reactor and managing the pressure on the steam systems, like 24 hours a day? Like, those things aren't, you know, automatic. I'll have, for instance, a routine in the mornings. And so I would get up, I would have a quick shower, I would chuck on my overalls, and I would go and do my dailies. My dailies would be to check all the pressures on the reactor pressure vessel, make sure all the steam pressures are correct, the temperatures are correct, that there's no leakage, that there was a faulty valve which we didn't have the ability to replace at the time, so there was a daily bit of maintenance we had to do to make sure that it it was functioning properly every day. And then I would do checks along the sub to make sure that all the system connected to everything were correct. Go to the control center, make sure all the data matched what the control center said that it was saying. Just general bits of maintenance every single day. But then I'm kind of done looking after the nuclear systems unless there's a problem, right? So what am I going to do? Just sit around the rest of the day? No, I can go and do other stuff. I can... Oh, your radar system needs maintenance. Well, luckily I'm an electrical engineer as well, so I'll come and maintain that. I understand how the system functions. Yeah. Again, don't judge me by your low standards. Hey, C4, how you doing, bud? Oh, thank you. C4 says, I'm OG. I've been following since Conspiracy Cats gave you your first shout out when you were doing vids next to your Eknas tree. Yeah, man. God, remember that old wallpaper. The way you handle yourself, more importantly, the way you handle these morons, really appreciate it. Thank you very much, dude. Means a lot. Dreaded Archon 499. Sov is so old he thinks nuclear reactor is like steam engine on a traction engine. I mean, let's not be, let's not beat around the bush here. Nuclear power is just boiling water. It's just a really hot kettle. That's kind of what it is.
Yeah, I pointed this out on your show, didn't I? So, I mean, he is a radar man. He's an engineer. God, yeah, all over the board.
The only service he did was on his knees.
Oh, there we go. Once again, another suggestion by Sov that I am homosexual and he would like me on my knees. Oh no, it's Andy. Yeah, I did. I think my second trip out with Turbulent. Maybe I got one of those. It was worded to me the same day I got my Dolphins, actually.
Well, he goes on about he's going to have his leg amputated again, so you'll hear this.
Good.
When is it going to happen?
Yeah. Sorry? What he did was on his knees.
Well, he goes on about he's going to have his leg amputated again, so you'll hear this.
Good.
He's going to have his leg amputated. Good. You heard that, right?
When is it going to happen? Yeah. Just amputate his head, and then everything will be cured.
Guys, did Sov just call for my death? Not being funny, but did Sov live just call for me to be decapitated? Yeah. Just gonna point out the URL of this stream and the time that we're at, the 1:41, and that there's a report button there. And then you could write something like panel member calls for death of person they are talking about by decapitation. I mean, you could write something like that, right? And 141, 141, 33. You could write something like that, for instance, right? And then press the report button. I mean, that's something you could do if, for instance, somebody called for the death of somebody live on the internet. That's something you could do, right? I'm just saying that if you heard somebody on the internet call for the death of somebody by decapitation, that you could hypothetically report that channel for allowing that content to be displayed. I'm just saying. And I mean, I'm not really sure how, but the URL for the video I'm watching just so happens to have fallen into the live chat. And yeah, I mean, I did just give instructions on how to report that kind of content. So, you know. Stan Smith says, do you use creatine or protein? Both. My morning food is, well, I have 2 black coffees, and then I'll have a protein shake with 2 scoops of protein and then 5 to 7 grams of creatine in. Then I go to the gym, have a pre-workout, and then after the gym I have another protein shake with no creatine. Yeah. Just remember, 3 buttons, report. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty sure that calling for the death of somebody on the internet isn't something that's allowed.
Yeah. Well, at least he was polite considering what McToon does later. You'll get just to this.
Tune.
We get to it today. Yeah.
King of the Chomos.
What did Sov just say?
Yeah. Well, at least he was polite considering what McToon does later. You'll get just to this.
Tune.
We get to it today. Yeah.
King of the Chomos.
The Ching and the Chongs. I don't know about you guys, but that sounded a little bit like racism. From a Chong-looking motherfucker. He gives stoners a bad name.
Gator. That's a good one, Julie.
Who's that fight?
Was there just another gay thing about me there? Dick Wayne in the chat, FTFE claims to have been cross-trained on everything the military does. Not everything, but, you know, all the systems on board a submarine. Including your mum.
Who's that fighting?
Oh, don't worry about it.
I did a rebuttal radar, like the next stream I did. Just went over everything about radar, how far it actually can go, and why it goes so far.
Yeah, because it's electromagnetic waves that self-propagate. But then, why is there a horizon? Where things like disappear, bottom first. Just started a super chat goal just to keep RachBot happy, really.
And they should have so much more Earth curve in their radar horizon than what they're touting about. But you don't understand, the Earth is just so big.
That's what she said.
Alright, I'm still waiting for evidence that Roger Ledwell donated to a charity. And let's be clear, a fundraiser is not a charity. Mystery Man says, I get cross-trained in several fields of my industry. This is due to the lack of new staff entering the field. And it's kind of the same in a submarine. You don't really have the ability to replace your staff, you know, when you're underwater.
Add a G to it. It's the girth. So big.
The girth curve.
Girth curve.
Girth curve.
I think the kids are being handled right now. Yeah, I don't think he's going to get through the whole debate today. When does that ever happen, though? But I had my butt handed to me, you might say, in this debate. You know, there were so many valid points. Wait till you get to the school teacher. It's going to get fun.
Did Roger Ledwell just admit that there were so many valid points? Amber says, the reason people have to cross-train on a submarine is because nobody wants their career to go under. But oh no, it's Andy says, I used to be cross-trained in my job. Well, I made my boss cross.
God.
No, the cooking problem themselves.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay.
That's all right.
Figure 1 shows what a radar horizon is and how it would apply to aircraft. So if there's aircraft close to the ground, they can literally go underneath the radar, which is a attack.
That debunks the globe, by the way.
What now?
Okay.
That's all right.
Figure 1 shows what a radar horizon is and how it would apply to aircraft. So if there's aircraft close to the ground, they can literally go underneath the radar, which is a attack.
That debunks the globe, by the way.
Yeah, of course it does.
How do they go underneath the radar if the Earth curve stops the radar?
Yeah.
That's how they go underneath the radar. Oh my fucking god. Look at the diagram on your screen. It makes a tangent. So anything above that, there's the radar. But anything below that, it's been cut off by the curve of the fucking Earth. Jesus Christ, you absolute... When you're brought up in conversation around your parents, Fkatzoid, they change the topic, don't they? Simo 1960 for $5 Australian says, hi Craig, watching the stream with a beer while my wife enjoys a dick inside her. Artful Dodger, I decided. Thank you for kicking off the Super Chat goal, although for some reason it didn't seem to count. Why not? That really should have gone towards the Super Chat goal, and I don't know why it didn't.
They had to hit the earth, wouldn't they? They'd run right into that wall.
Yeah. Yes, they would.
Light bends over a curve.
How can they look at the diagram on their screen and not understand that a radar horizon is only possible on a globe? That you can fly underneath the radar because the Earth is a globe. Fuck me.
You know.
Sure does.
That is used in warfare. They get stealth planes to fly really low so that they stay below that radar horizon. If the Earth was flat, you would not be able to stay below a radar that is in a straight line. There simply would not be that hard cutoff.
Not a straight line. It's spread out from
talks about all the specifics of the equations taken in.
Sorry?
I said it's not in a straight line. It's spread out from the transmitter.
Yeah, that's how it makes the tangent, dipshit. Every direction, there's a wave traveling in a straight line. Although you can actually, attenuate the signal. You can make it so that it doesn't spread out in every direction. But every direction, there's a wave traveling in a straight line, which makes a tangent to a point. If the Earth is a sphere, which allows you to fly underneath it. Excuse me. Rachbot for $5 Australian, kicking off the Super Chat goals, thank you. I'll put it here, shirtless please. I want the channel to keep going, so I'll stop there. Yeah, just go over to the OnlyFans. Alright?
That's not straight. It radiates. That's from the term radar. Radiate.
Radar does not come from radiate. Oh.
Stupid.
Yeah, I just I don't know what to say.
Bruce Wayne says, can you do 10 push-ups in 10 seconds? I think I could.
Oh man. The fact that they can go under the radar shows that it's not a curve.
It exactly shows that it is a curve. The diagram on your screen that you had there, this is the only way you can make it go underneath the radar. If the Earth was flat, there would be no going underneath the radar. When you get close, you are no longer underneath the radar. And the closer you get to the point where the radar horizon is, the closer to the surface you have to be to go underneath the radar. Dreaded Archon 199 says facepalm injury compensation needed. No. So radar comes from the fact that it stands for radio detection and ranging. It's nothing to do with radiate. Everything he said was wrong.
Yeah.
Does he think that does he think the curve just stays the curve always? Does he know even when they get closer they can still get under the radar at the same altitude?
No, not at the same altitude. That's just incorrect. The altitude that you are underneath the radar gets smaller, less and less that you have to maintain the closer you get to the radar horizon. It's just lying. Oh, goodness me.
Dude.
Yeah, it's still line of sight though. There is the height of the radar itself that it has to, but anything below that is going to fan out.
Harno $2 says radar requires a container. I mean, some Flerf probably. Okay, I'm going to take a little Riley. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
I've reached for months. every man a liar. Accuse the world without a clue. Preach my gospel of suspicion. Now the joke's on old me too. I lit every fire with reckless delight, but it burns when it comes back to bite. Funny how a dose of your own venom bites when the dark accusations haunt your night. I once believed I was righteous and bold, but now this bitter harvest feeling cold. Now they say I'm Illuminati with a triangle for a crown. This ain't the justice I imagined when I was tearing others down. Through 1,000 crazy stories, now they're spinning back around. Every face is looking sideways, and my own words drag me down. Yeah, it's unfair. I tell you, it just ain't right to be judged by the shadows in the fading light. Yes, the world keeps spinning, flat or not. When what goes around well, it comes around.
Subscribe to Conspiracy Music Studios. I demand it! I think I need to make a video about how little they understand about radar.
So, yeah, I don't think you can actually fly under a lot of radars. It's hard to do. Depends on how high the radar is and the array.
Yeah.
The higher the radar, all it means is further away the radar horizon is going to be. Because very much like seeing to the radar, to the horizon, 1.22 times the square root of the observer's height in feet. That's how far the radar can see to the horizon. Lara Translation says in their chat, Craig chooses it, is the Earth a curve or not? When it goes further, it can bounce up and down the atmosphere and go as far as needed to explain the observation, right? No, not radar. Radar doesn't do that at all.
I want to do this because in real time.
To account and the target altitude that you would expect the distance to be able to see based on how high something is. There's a lot of papers here that are linked to all the citations and everything here. You can cruise at your own leisure. But yes, radar horizons are a thing that exist and are used every single day and would not show what they show if the Earth is flat.
So how far can you fly under this radar, Greg?
Well, it depends on how high the radar is.
Yeah, and wouldn't that affect how far the radar would actually be broadcast, how high it is?
Yeah, it would change how far away the radar horizon is. So it's the same as the distance to the horizon. It's 1.22 times the square root of the observer's height above. It's the same for a radar. That is the distance to the horizon. So after that distance, if you stay low enough, you go below the radar, even though the radar would be firing out a straight line.
3.5 miles, Craig? Is that it at the horizon?
Again, depends on the height, Sov. If the radar is at 6 foot, then it's about 3 miles.
Isn't that it? Right there? You could fly under the radar all the way to the target.
No, you can't fly under the radar all the way to the target. Whoever fucking told you that? You moron. The only way you can fly under the radar is up and to the point where the radar horizon exists.
Sorry.
Don't worry. I bring up the black swan next to it. He just kind of I guess, concedes to a point because we can see way beyond that distance. So.
No, I never concede anything about the Black Swan. The Black Swan is a prediction of the globe. Seeing what you see with the Black Swan observation is a prediction of the globe, including our refractive conditions. Ladies and gentlemen, I just would like to remind you all that you can really help this channel. You being here, super chatting, memberships, helping me hit my super chat goal so I can do push-ups, maybe naked for a rage pot. It's all great. It's amazing. But right now, I am asking for help, a call to action to bump up my subscriber count. I'm going to be start releasing scripted videos and stuff, and that will help. But let's get the algorithm prepared to have more FTFE. You'd all like some FTFE in you, right? The way that you can do that is help right now by sharing my channel on your social medias, with your friends, with your parents, with your enemies. Write my channel URL on a bit of paper, strap it to a brick of some kind, and just lob it at one of your neighbor's windows. Right? Any way that you can to help increase the reach of this channel is greatly appreciated. And every single person that gains me a subscriber, I will send you a special cookie.
Yeah. Shout out to Godzilla, $5 says shout out to the chat members at Tops Place the Last for Station of Sanity on YouTube. Thank you very much for the super chat, but you're literally doing this in my chat right now, so shout out to the members as well.
Nice.
Okay.
Chilling says, oh, this is in their chat, by the way, again, that FTFE's flown under the radar for too long. Is that another reference to me being gay? Oh, these guys are upset. I mean, I get it, right? In their chat, Audrey Est Farsi says, when you understand this place was created for us with such perfection, with all its life and fauna, you cannot deny the creator. Let's break down that statement, shall we? When you understand this place was created for us with such perfection. Why is the majority of the world inhospitable to us? Sorry, I need to sneeze. It's not coming. Why is the majority of the world inhospitable to us? Excuse me. Excuse me. I apologize. Why is the majority of the world inhospitable to us, right? Like water, deserts, Antarctica, snow, ice, mountains, right? If it's created so perfectly. Why are so many things here designed to fucking kill us? Why would the weather kill us? Why would the thing that gives us life, the sun, also kill us? It's crazy.
But anyway, this is a video I did ages ago on radar horizon. I want Craig to just listen to the first ball.
An echo radar emits a sound wave and then waits for the echo to come back to its receiver. By timing the returning echo, you can work out exactly where another object is. And when using multiple receivers positioned at different angles, it can determine the basic size of the object that the sound waves have different angles, positioned at different angles.
Why would you have to do that, guys?
Yeah.
There we go.
I think you just answered.
Why would you need them at different angles? Well, they're talking about a specific type of radar that's like a 3D detection. And it's just talking about how the emitter works. It's not getting rid of radar horizons. The fact is that radar horizons exist. And you can fly underneath the radar to a point which matches the distance away from the radar to the horizon. And as you fly to that point, the altitude that you have to be gets lower and lower. You guys lied and said it doesn't.
The question.
Oh. I'll go on screen for you quick. It's on screen. It's a low end for high because it's ang. See the top is what?
Yes.
What is wrong with his show? Is it
for high because it's see the top.
It's talking about sea clutter, not anything like to do with the horizon. It's showing you get shadows for certain things that disappear and come back. Pat in the chat says, yo, thank you, 1999. Currently watching Prof. Dave wipe the floors from anti-vax chuds in New York. I'll say hi for you. Oh, and Fkatzoid is the Jake Gyllenhaal to Flat Earth's Heath Ledger in Brokeback Mountain. I wish I knew how to quit you. Is Prof. Dave, like, live somewhere, actually, like, in real life? No, yeah, it must be actually in a live thing somewhere. Wait, one sec, guys. I need to go and blow my nose. Flu's still kicking my ass a little bit. Right. Sorry about that. Yeah, I've had the flu recently. Been a bit ill. It's all going around the house. My wife's got it really bad at the moment. So it's probably a good idea that you guys don't reach that super chat goal and make me do 100 push-ups. To be fair. I guess a Jack Daniels and Coca help, right? Yeah, these clowns think that clutter on a bounce back from a radio which shows shadows of things debunks a radar horizon. The fact is, the radar horizon, let me get the thing up to show you. Yeah, I think we'll have to cover his other news show tomorrow, guys. See, this is the radar horizon. It's not the same as clutter like this, where you get shadowing. Right? It's a literal cut off of the ground that you can fly under. Now, obviously, if there's mountains and stuff, you know, that's going to have its own radar horizon. But the point is that you can have this radar horizon at sea. And it matches the Earth's radius. So, but what Flats is showing misses the fact that your plane goes underneath the fucking radar. Oh, Harnold, that sounds fucking awesome. I'd get involved in that. I think I need an episode of Stupid Humans about RFK Jr. and about Trump. I'm sorry, but nobody could be supporting Trump at this point. It's fucking incredible. I really don't want to get into politics. This is more about stupidity. Trump's fucking stupid, guys. Yalos Takos 1024 huffs. The TV broadcast rotates with the Earth, so the Klingons could only hear fart from the word Duno dum fashif ar tishgarathart.
Is what?
Yes.
So not Earth curve.
So that's the radar horizon. That's what you're looking at. There you have it.
No, it's not. That is literally not. Oh, I can't wait. I really have to speak to him. Oh no, Rach. If they get the super chat goal, I'll do the push-ups. It's flu or no flu, but it's all right. I said it quite high on purpose so that you guys wouldn't reach it. So it's fine. Because we only got 30 minutes to get to 25 super chats.
Shot again, Godzilla 37 for your super chat. Why is it not showing? Is it showing on screen? Oh, there we go. Thank you for your super chat, man. I really appreciate it. Says enough lads to still provide a place, hence the support, so we have places to go. Yeah, for sure. Thank you very much. Shout out to you too. Okay, so yeah, Craig. I think Craig just reads things on the internet or gets it from people like McToon and Phil Bell and them, and then just runs with it.
Yeah.
No, I explain it precisely. Again, you're showing on the screen a curve explaining how the plane does it. And it's real-world applications. Now, do I do research on the internet to gather the evidence? Of course I fucking do. I mean, that's where the information is. Oh, Craig looks on the internet for things that are true, and then, shut the fuck up.
I have a point.
You know what I mean? Like, he just sees a thing that says Earth curve and he thinks, Earth curve. You know what I mean?
If I see some evidence for the Earth curve, do I get that to dunk on flat earthers? Yes, I fucking do. I know, Max. How dare I look something up?
Yeah.
Quite insane.
It is.
Circle around the radar, which if you go low enough, you go below it. Does not make sense if the Earth is flat.
Well, remember what I just showed you on screen? With that angle, if the angle's pointing down.
Yeah, and the angles pointing down do not allow the planes to fly underneath it. Mr. E-Man says, would Rachbot force the goal if FTFE did the push-ups in his underwear? I mean, I've just kind of got shorts on anyway, and, I'd take my top off if she demanded. But it's fine.
And you are able to go below it. That's because the angle, correct? Not Earth curve.
Yeah, they do.
No, it's because of Earth curve, not the angle. The angle's just showing that it's going out in every direction. But if we follow the limit of the bottom, it's blocked off. There's a tangent. Oh my! I have to draw this out for you with crayons, don't I?
Radar sweeps, right? So how would they get below that? Is when the radar sweeps to one side, they could get below that instant.
Mm-hmm.
And they would
What did he
avoid
say?
radar. That's it.
Correct? Not Earth curve.
Yeah, and they do radar sweeps, right? So how would they get below that? Is when the radar sweeps to one side, they could get below that instant.
Mm-hmm.
They could get below it because of radar sweeps. The fuck does that even mean? My brain is getting sad, guys. Right, we'll be finishing up in 30 minutes, friends. We can finish up with 100 push-ups if we reach the super chat goal with 25 super chats between then.
And they would avoid radar. That's it. That's real simple. It has nothing to do with the Earth curve. That's just the range of the radar and the height of it.
Yeah.
They keep saying height. It's height.
Put your paper in private chat for me. I'll look over it. I'm not just going to take you give me this and I'm going to accept everything in it. So
I'm not asking you to accept it at face value. Obviously, that's not the point of a debate.
I'm going to dig through it. Yeah, I'm going to dig through your.
The point is for you to now try and refute.
I'm not going to refute it, not without any preparation at all. So,
well, then why ask people to come to debate with evidence for you if you're not going to attempt to refute it? That's the fucking point of a debate, you dumbass.
Well, isn't that the point of this debate, Roger? That we come here with some evidence to present and you attempt to refute
You're
it?
giving me evidence, and I can give you evidence that the horizon is well beyond that point.
So your evidence would disagree with radars?
You'll tell me it's refraction. Yeah. That's what you'll
So
do.
I haven't yet mentioned refraction. Refraction does come into account because obviously radar is an electromagnetic wave which is affected by refraction. Of course, refraction is highly quantified.
I don't understand why they're laughing. We understand the refractive conditions, and when you're out in a ship, you know what the conditions are, and you take that to account. And it can slightly increase or decrease the range of the radar to the horizon. Harnold, $2 says, Fkatzoid gathers 100% of his evidence. First hand. I know, right? Absolutely. That's 6 out of 30 super chats, guys. Thank you very much.
Roger, we understand every single thing.
Did he say refraction has got there's no refraction?
No, I didn't say that. Open your fucking ears.
Yeah, I think with radar it doesn't matter. I think it really does.
No, I didn't say that. I said the... Oh my God. Right, just to clarify, guys.
Haven't yet mentioned refraction. Refraction does come into account because obviously radar is an electromagnetic wave which is affected by refraction. Of course, refraction is highly quantified, Roger. We understand every single thing.
Did he say refraction has got there's no refraction?
How can he listen to me say that? And then... Look, I understand that English may not be Keith's first language, but for fuck's sake... Dreaded Archon 199, they'll be laughing because, well, they're fucking dumbasses. You're right, dude. You're right. Thank you very much for your 199. 23 super chats to go in 27 minutes.
Yeah, I think with radar it doesn't matter. I think it really does.
Radar refraction is the bending of radar beam as it travels through the atmosphere due to its changes in air density and resulting in change in...
So I'm just going to message him a sec. Dude, listening to you cover me versus Roger is so funny. You keep saying I say the opposite of what I said.
Index of refraction.
that would be a limitation, wouldn't it? Definitely for a
how is he saying there's no refraction?
I'm not saying there's no refraction. I'm saying the fucking opposite. You dumbass.
Again. Refraction causes errors in radar target range and altitude. Let's actually get that up. Basic refraction principle.
Sorry, one sec. You said, I said, refraction doesn't affect radar, and went on a rant about how I was wrong when I literally said it does 2 secs earlier on your screen. Oh my god, I'm fucking dead. That's amazing. It's just incredible.
Huh. Propaganda mode, okay. Refraction causes errors in radar target range and altitude. That wasn't too difficult to debunk him.
No.
You didn't debunk me! You agreed with me! GM team in my chat says FTFE, you are a girt big liar Wurzel. Alright then, mate. Rubik's, you need to make a short out of him getting that wrong, please.
I was bringing the Black Swan up and the Sea Sparrow to debunk their Earth curve at the radius they claim it is. So, but there's several different options I had, but he didn't want to get into it. He said he just basically conceded. He didn't want to see the Black Swan. Yeah.
No, I did not. Why are you lying?
Because, I mean, I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me zoom in a bit. Is that better? It's quite something. So it shows you. Elevation error, okay? So apparent line of sight, that's apparent position. Refracted radar ray, unrefracted line of sight. True position, altitude error. Downrange error. How the hell does that work if there's no refraction for radar? That's quite weird.
I literally explained how refraction affects radar. I used the word, yes, refraction affects radar because it's an electromagnetic wave. However, I also then explained that refraction is quantified.
Sorry,
refraction is caused by Earth curve.
Yeah, try again, Craig.
Refraction, and we can calculate what refraction will do if we know the the conditions that the light is traveling through. We know refraction so well that I'm wearing glasses that were designed because of our knowledge of refraction. So refraction every single time matches what we say, but I haven't brought up refraction. I'm simply talking about the radar horizon, and you can speak to anyone who may be radar. There is a hard so I can explanation for it.
I tell you what, me and you, we should have this talk after I look into the radar stuff. See, this is not just straight up evidence. This is just a paper. So I need to look into why.
That is evidence. The paper is the evidence. Oh my god. Oh, you're not giving me evidence, even though that is something contains citation there. That's not fucking. What do you mean? Janos Takos 1024 Huff says, after 50 years, an hour-long H-speech will be scattered along a 13 light-year long arc. Aliens cannot piece that together, so stop worrying about that. What if they find one bit and they look for the rest of the signal? I'm pretty sure it'd be... I mean, that speech was like 80 years ago, right? So it could be 80 light years out by now. Oh, I see what you mean. The arc, yes.
What do you mean it's not straight up evidence? The existence of radars and the horizon that they give is evidence, Roger. This is just a factual thing. Every single person...
It's a drawing, Craig.
It is just a drawing.
It's a drawing.
Yes, it's a drawing explaining my point. The fact that it's a drawing does not stop radar horizons existing.
Craig, okay. I'm going to draw a cow jumping over the moon. Does that make it so? No, it does not.
No, but cows don't jump over the moons. Cows don't jump over the moon, but radar horizons do exist. I don't have a radar to show you a radar horizon, so I'll bring up papers discussing the radar horizon, the implications of it, with citations to it. That is the evidence, you fucking morons. JSS Tiger for $5. Let's not forget that Fkatzoid was the 2025 Dunning-Kruger champion. Yes, he won a loser's competition.
Demonstrable, repeatable, not drawings.
What if it's coupled together with the poem, "The Cow Jumped Over the Moon"? Is it proof?
Well, now you got if it's got a catchy enough rhyme to it, it depends. Is it going to be in haiku, limerick?
Guys, papers discussing a phenomenon that exists in reality is not evidence, apparently. Well, the existence of radar horizons is the evidence. This is just a paper explaining it. I could have drawn it in crayons. It would have made no difference.
What form of poetry are we using, right?
Yeah, true.
That's going to play a big role in it. Look, here's this drawing of what an eclipse does. That's proof. Oh, okay. Looks like the seal of Satan to me, but you go with that,
It's called the sigil, not the seal.
You look at weather radars and stuff. What does that rely on? It actually does rely on refraction to get the weather storms and stuff. So, yeah.
Once again, I never said it doesn't take refraction into account. On this stream, I said it does. You dumbass. Oh, I know, Arnold. Yeah, that's right. When he showed a drawing earlier, was it not a drawing?
It does have a limitation there, too. They have to have really powerful radar to actually determine big storms, don't they?
Computer-generated data overlaid on a computer-generated map. Right. That's what the weather radar you look at is. Yeah. It's not really sending a picture of the clouds over your house and shit. It's computerized.
No one's saying that it is. Talk about strawmans. Fuck's sake, man. Hey, you go Scotland, how you doing? Somewhere like 90 light years away, we're picking up Hitler's broadcast. Yeah, but like they said, it's in a 13 light year arc, so it's fine. Because the Earth rotates. Dennis says for €5, Denisaurus, sorry. There's nothing more fascinating than people being so proud of being so fucking dumb and showing it for the whole world to see.
It's data that is made into an image and overlaid on a data that's made into a map. That's all that is. It's not really radar. You're not really looking at radar.
Not over a globe, over a map, right?
Yeah, over a map. They're taking the data that they get from radar and they're interpreting it into an image and overlaying it onto a map. That's not really coming from a satellite.
Yeah, not much different than a radio telescope, neither.
Well, unless they say it's a weather satellite, of course. Then it is.
And all they're doing is bouncing radar waves off of whatever image they're trying to get with it.
I apologize, the middle of my sentence interrupted at the beginning of yours. That's terribly rude of me. But the fact is, Roger, every single person in the world that uses radar knows that there's a radar horizon that matches the predictions of the curve of the Earth. Anybody in the world ever that has used radar, and I can personally attest to this because I've done it. So rather than just running away from the question, just try and attempt to answer as to why there is a radar horizon that is expected on the globe if the Earth is flat. What would be your explanation?
Did you see him?
I don't have an explanation for you right now. I have to look into the topic more.
Okay, I'll take
that way. Yeah. So, I mean, yes, and I've seen beyond it, and there may be other factors like refraction that would actually cause your radar to stop going after a certain distance.
Well, yeah, but we've quantified refraction, and that's taken into account when we...
Oh, you just said there's no refraction, Craig.
No, I didn't. Not once did I say there is no refraction. You fucking moron.
But see, this is what Craig does, though. He always double speaks. He always contradicts his statements before, and then acts like he's never double spoken. I hope you called him out on this, Roger.
I don't think I called him out on double speaking. I did just present my I didn't present the Black Swan.
Well, I just want to. We're at 157. I can't remember what it was. I was talking about refraction, but I said that it literally is affected by refraction. Oh my god! You keep doing it, accusing me of double speak, even though you were wrong about what I said. Oh, this is just beautiful. This will make an excellent video.
But he did not want me to bring it up, so that was good enough for me. He didn't want me to show one, and he didn't want to explain what refraction was in that instance. So, yeah, I think we came out even killed. But I just thought about
No, he didn't in the fucking slide. Oh my god.
Like over water, there is a set refraction distance because of the water. So that would be their actual flow prediction. So they figured out how far their radar would go over water. So that must be the curve of the Earth.
Sorry, I'm typing to Fkatzoid. I'm pointing out the lies as he is saying them. It's fucking hilarious. Uh, 212 you watching, 121 likes. Better get it up, guys.
There's no actual. This is never shown. But your diagrams actually show how radar actually is aimed. So that actually would explain that.
Exactly. It's the angle. It's the angle that's pointed at. That's as simple as that.
There you go.
The angle doesn't create a horizon. You can fly underneath. Oh my god.
And you can only go so far with radar.
Imagine taking a torch. I wonder if I have a cone or something. I can make this demonstration. Let's just imagine my hand is this angle. Okay? Let's do this. Oh, no, it's difficult. I can't do it with my...
What the fuck is it?
Okay, wait.
It's hilarious when
Let's
like
go to Sean
they've
Hawkins'
literally
favourite
got it on the screen with the plane underneath the radar. There's no angle at which that plane could be seen by that radar. Mike Dude says, what's it like constantly arguing with people who have single-digit IQs? Fun, I guess. I think they actually got negative IQs, to be fair.
Yeah, it might be easier. And I shall forever use Sean Hawkins' favourite program just to piss him off. Okay.
He's Sergeant Rock now.
Sergeant of Done more like it, but okay.
Sounds Bill cool.
Okay. Let's say we've got a ship, and the ship has a mast, and then it's also got different receivers on antennas or whatever, and the angle it's specific beam. So let's, for instance, say this one is angled this way. Okay, you see, because remember, it can only open so far, the beam. So
what do you mean it can only open so far, the beam? And then PJ's just like, yeah, of course. No, that doesn't mean anything.
So if someone's traveling here, they're going to be flying under the radar. You understand?
Right.
So let's take another one. Let's take another.
Except the point is that the radar horizon is the point where it's away from the curve of the Earth, not the ship. Specs has been around for 11 months, says Fkatzoid show equals village idiot congregation. He seems to think that radars only point in little directions. No. There's like a 360 bubble around you. That's the point of them.
Another, and we say this one is angled like this.
10 minutes, guys. So tomorrow we are going to cover Fkatzoid's latest Flat Earth debate show on Flat Earth Friday on Thursday.
You see? It's not going to pick up anything here.
No.
That's exactly how the angles work on the radar. It's not got anything to do with Earth curve. It's literally just got to do with the angle of the radar. Because the beam can only be so wide. You can only get the beam so wide. You can only get it so wide.
Who told you that? Who told you that the radar beam can only be so wide? You should probably look up 360 receivers and transmitters, to be honest. Alison, $2 says, if it points up, then how is it going to see ships? Fkatzoid thinks that radars are useless in the middle bit. Kiwi Bush, this is so stupid. Yes, I know.
And the inverse square law of light, we said?
Spec says if radar see 360, how do they have a blind spot? The radar horizon. Because of the curve of the Earth.
What happens with signal when it gets further and further away? It gets weaker.
Yeah,
and weaker.
Disappear.
So it has a range to it. So if you're on a Navy ship, they have radar aimed at all different. It's going to be impossible to get near that ship close enough to actually hurt it. That's why they have it. So it has nothing to do with Earth curve whatsoever. Yeah.
So yeah, if FTFE really wants to come debate this, he's probably going to embarrass himself quite a lot.
Oh, don't worry. I'm going to. 100%. Right. Alright, you said if I want to come and debate it, I'll embarrass myself. Okay, next, Flat Earth Friday. Me versus your panel on radar horizons.
Quantifying it, it might be the actual reason of the cause and effect relationship that we have here.
That's taken into account when you're using a radar. You will be aware of the conditions that you are in, and the refractive conditions will be taken into account with the radar signal being put out so that it's done correctly. This is actually very important that the refractive conditions are done correctly, otherwise the radar can be off as much as 3 or 4 degrees. So,
but would it not limit the radar itself?
Well, stronger refraction will actually allow the radar to see further over the horizon, okay? But because it is such a powerful beam, such a frequency, refraction is minimal. Very much like infrared light doesn't refract as much as, say, the other visible spectrum, okay? Radar is very much like that. It does refract, but it's such minimal refraction that over the distances that we
I always said it refracts. You're just too dumb to fucking understand the words that are being said on your own stream. Right. We've got 7 minutes left, and then we're going to stop for today.
Talk about with radar, it's really not something that you have to take into account.
But they let you have it in their formulas.
Yeah, but the amount is minimal. Right, over longer distances, you have to take it more into account. But over the general ranges that radars use, refraction is so minimal that it can be basically ignored. It's going to make centimeters difference.
What?
That's because of Earth curve, Not really. No, not at all.
These guys, they just lie. Everybody lies. Some guy just hit me up on Facebook and said, oh, well, then I just must have been imagining it when I developed the film from the U-2 spy planes. And I said, yeah, you did imagine that. What are you, like 80 or 90 years old now? Really, you expect me to believe that you were the guy developing film from a U-2 spy plane? Shut up.
I don't think anyone said that to you.
These people, they just lie. That's all they do is just lie about everything.
So somebody came on and told you that they were working for the military and they developed film for the YouTube spy plane on Facebook.
Yeah.
And we're going to leave the Fkatzoid dumb there for the day. All right. Tomorrow we will continue listening to Fkatzoid be dumb, and we will cover his Flat Earth Friday on a Thursday. But for now, before we finish, I think we should ask a very important question, like, can we pretend airplanes in the night sky are a bit like, I don't know, shooting stars?
Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars? Should be wishing for a brain right now, brain right now, brain right now.
Good morning. These words come with a storm warning. Better batten down the hatches, grab some matches and brace yourself for a long day of misery. YouTube has given me the power to reach up into the sky and show you all that we live on the ball. I bring you science that's comprehensible. Your view is indefensible. You're reprehensible. Go on, Mr. Sensible. When I was young, I never thought I would be here to see this. A pile of random nonsense dressed up as bullshit. Your ignorance will be the death of us all, like running head first, full speed into a wall. You could always read a book, buy a telescope, set it up and take a photo of the moon, or just be a buffoon. I send you in a balloon up to the stratosphere in page 3.
You're a few fries short of a happy meal. You're dumber than a box of hair. The wheel's spinning but the hamster's dead, and you're as smart as bait. You forgot to pay your brain bill. You're missing a few buttons on the remote control. 24 cents short of a quarter. You're surfing in Nebraska. You're as bright as Alaska in December, and you fell out of your family tree. You don't have all the cornflakes in one box. You got an IQ of 2 and it takes 3 to grunt. The elevator doesn't go all the way up, and there's a vacancy on the top floor. Your antenna doesn't pick up all the channels. You're several nuts short of a
You're Mr.
fruitcake.
Sensible, calm down, don't go too hard. You don't need the ass like burying Flerfs in your backyard. You're a man of science, poise and grace. Mage 2 did everything to wipe the grins off the face. So Nathan, get away from those kids. The world is not flat and it doesn't have a lid. Recognize the differences between the textbook and the Bible and control yourself. Lay off your slander and your lies. You're a bunch of knobs poisoning the well of the youth, spreading lies that you like to claim as knowledge and truth. Stop spreading fresh bullshit like the butter on your bread. Maybe your musical assault knocks some sense into your head. I hope one day you'll hear these lyrics and smile, and you realise you used to be a 40-year-old child. Now it's time to wake up, open your eyes and see, and acknowledge the existence of.
You're a few clowns short of a circus. Your phone is off the hook. Your sewing machine is out of thread. You're all foam and no beer. You don't have all your dogs on one leash. An intellect rivaled only by garden tools. There's no grain in your silo, and your skylight leaks a little. Your belt doesn't go through all the loops. You couldn't pour water out of the boot without instructions on the heel. Your slinky's kinked, and you're proof that evolution can work in reverse. A few feathers short of a whole duck, one fruit short of a full bowl.
Airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars. Should be wishing for a brain right now, brain right now, brain right now. Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars? Should be wishing for a brain right now, brain right now, brain right now.
You thought it was over? Well, I'm still standing while you're swinging, flinging feces, talking shit just like the human centipede. You've got the mind of the chip, and I'm here to expedite your shore leave. Cause I'm a seaman, but not the kind I rinse up from your mum's gums. I'm the kind that sailed submarines and fired guns. I could float a boat across the ocean with my eyes closed. Circumnavigate the globe with a compass and a bag of sausage rolls. Well, all you can do is nibble on your toes. I'll smack you with the hose that you taught a water level. Sit and swivel, you nasal gazing muppet. You can stuff it harder than the wallet stuffed by Warren Buffett. And I don't care about your sauces unless you're serving them. And I don't care about your lines unless you're curving them. Now step away from me, you're sucking up my oxygen with the vacuum where your brain should be, you dumb fuck.
Thank you for watching, everyone. I will see you all tomorrow to cover more derp, because it's never ending, frankly. I love every single one of you. Just, you know, not you, Gary. You fucking know what you did, so just don't argue with me. And just because it's fucking excellent, we're going to finish with the song by Harnold Studios.
So, I'm being blunt.
Even though we started with it.
My channel is no more going to be Flat Earth.
See you tomorrow.
All. Nothing whatsoever.
My channel is no more gonna be Flat Earth at all. Nothing whatsoever. My channel is no more gonna be Flat Earth at all. Definitely not next week. My channel is no more gonna be Flat Earth at all. I have never told a lie. My channel is no more gonna be Flat Earth at all. You can believe me, cause I always tell the truth. Only toxic, stupid Globers lie, that's the proof. They don't understand the method, no, they stall. Me and PJ cranking content, we answer the call.
Ginger Ogre Lives Matter.
Nice! Blessings to you. My channel is no more gonna be Flat Earth at all. Nothing whatsoever. My channel is no more gonna be Flat Earth at all. Okay, maybe just a little bit. My channel is no more gonna be Flat Earth at all.
Best bit. Thank you, myself, the other, for becoming a new member. It means the world.
My channel is no more gonna
Remember, stupidity is not a right. Fight the flat earth.